This home is flat out amazing. You guys won't believe what's behind these doors. Not only these doors, but all the way to the fourth floor. That is right. We are in Alpharetta, Georgia, and we're going to be showing you a 4-story townhouse that has everything, including some options you just have not seen. And these are selling quickly. These are built by Toll Brothers. As you can see, they're starting to sell out. We're going to get into the model home right now. Make sure you comment. Tell me some of the things that you like and also some of the things you don't like. Let's get right into it. Welcome to this model home. You guys are going to absolutely love it. This floor plan works for a lot of different people. Now, I know when I look at townhomes, I'm not necessarily looking at townhomes because of the stairs. And we're going to show you how that issue is not really relevant in this floor plan. Now, this has a full bedroom and bathroom here on the fourth floor with stairs that go down to the third level, the second level, and the first level. And in fact, my favorite out of all the levels is level number 2, and we're going to show you exactly why that is. So stay tuned, and at the very end, we're going to talk a little bit about the pricing. But we're standing in more or less the family room, the open den, the loft, whatever you want to call it, with plenty of space for this 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. Maybe you have some in-laws that live with you, or maybe an older teenager kid. This is a great level for them to be living in and not really bother you down where the primary bedroom is on one of the other floors. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, Amber, what are your thoughts? I know we kind of started a little bit different, started on the fourth floor today, but what are your thoughts being up here, the king of the hill?
I do like this fourth level. Like you said, this is like a loft area. It has a bedroom over here that we're going to get into in a second and a bathroom. And then you also have a patio. So
Yes.
like you were saying, this could be used for multi different types of families. You
Right.
could put the teenager up here or the college kid up here, but you can also put your in-laws up here. And you might think we're crazy, but we're going to explain to you why that actually would work in a
It
little bit.
it really does works. But yeah, this is the good size family space for them to hang out. Maybe you want it as a loft, or maybe this is where kids do the homework. But you're right, Amber. There is a great patio space out here. You don't need to worry about coming out here, but you got a great patio space to be able to have a little table, a little couch, kind of listen to the birds chirping, especially when it's fall and spring here in Georgia, because it's absolutely beautiful. Now, over on this side, you still have a coat closet. It's a great space. Amber, come over here because you'll be able to see how big this is. It's not your
wow.
traditional little closet, but enough space to store the extra things that maybe the person who's occupying this fourth floor would be using. We're going to talk about what's behind this door. This is a game changer. What's behind this door is on every single level, and that changes everything. So stay tuned as we talk a little bit more about that.
Or
But Amber,
comment if you can guess what it is.
yeah, I'm
While we're
sure a
going
lot of people
through.
will probably already know what it is. I've kind of given it away, but go into that bedroom. So this is going to be bedroom number 1, starting on the fourth floor. So you really are king of the hill up here. You have all the views. So if you enjoy views, this is probably the best room for that. And there's a lot of things going on here. We're super close to 400 in Alpharetta. So 400 is the highway that kind of runs from north to west. I'm sorry, north to south, south to north. And we're very close to that. You have a big open green field out here. You also have a community right next door, and then a massive lake that if you like to take your dogs or go on a walk, you can do it right down the street. But inside this bedroom, you have lots of natural light. You have 9-foot ceilings on the fourth floor. We're going to talk about the different heights on every level because they are not the same. And that's what makes this floor plan incredible. You have a good sized walk-in closet. So this is just a good flow, in my opinion, of how this room is laid out, kind of overlooking the beautiful area. And then you have your full bedroom up here. So you don't need more than 1 sink. So we're going to go down to the next level, which is level number 3. What I love about every level is this has hardwood floors. So if you're someone that likes hardwood floors, or maybe you want carpet in some of the rooms, that's okay. As a builder here, you can kind of pick those options. Maybe you're building from the ground up, and we can show you exactly how to do that. And the build out process is about 8 to 12 months. So kind of keep that in mind. If you're relocating from another area and you want to know how long does it take to build, it's about 8 to 12 months. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, on this side is the primary bedroom. So it's on the 3rd level. We're going to get there in just a minute, but let's go to bedroom number 2. This is a great size bedroom. It's right below the 4th floor bedroom. So you got a good space. The layout's a little bit different, but this one you have a bathroom that is connected versus the 4th floor is more of an ensuite. The whole floor is kind of set up for that bedroom. Now you have your own bathroom right here. Really pretty colors. Amber, what are your thoughts on the 3rd floor so far?
I love this space. This tile is super fun in this bathroom. Nice amount of room in there. You could put one of your children here. Our kids are a little older now, so I feel like
Mhm.
this could work for us. If you have young kids, I know this would be hard because one kid would be here and one would be upstairs, but I think that our son would love that space upstairs and our daughter would love to be close to us, but still have this nice big room. And these ceilings are very tall. These are how tall, Rob?
So these are the 10-foot ceilings. Like I mentioned, the first floor is 9 foot. These are 10 feet. In fact, the next level we're going to go to after this is also 10 feet. And stay tuned for that level because, like I said, it's my favorite level. It's my wife's favorite level. Now, when we walked this floor plan, we kind of talked about it with the kids. Hey, what would it be like living in this home? And they fell in love with this feature. We're going to get to it in just a minute, so stay tuned for that. But you also have this very good size closet. Amber, come around the bed, take a look at this closet. It's almost kind of wall to wall. You get in there, you have a good amount of space. You have the 10-foot ceiling, so if you need to kind of double layer the clothes, you can do so. And then these are the stairs that we just came from. So, that's going to take you to the fourth floor. And then right over here is going to be the primary bedroom. So this is a great room. Now, we're going to talk about this in just a minute. But if you are someone who is looking to relocate to the Atlanta, Georgia area and you need help, reach out to us. Our phone number is below. We help clients just like you relocate, and we can really find the best area, pinpoint you in the exact area that you want to be in. Now, enough of all that. Wanted to show you what's behind this door. This is on every level. So I know that living in a townhome could be a pain in the butt with all the stairs that are going down. Well, we just took care of that problem. This home on this floor plan comes with its own elevator. Phenomenal feature. In fact, we've never videoed anything like that with an elevator inside of it. The price point is very good for what you get here in Alpharetta. It's all about the location. So that feature is amazing. Now, my question when I first, came in here is like, what happens if the elevator breaks? Who's paying for that, right? So there is a warranty that you get for the first year, and then every year after that, it's only about $500 to have a warranty on your elevator. I think that's a great price because that's kind of the scary thing for me. Buying a home that has stairs, so you get the elevator, but what happens if the elevator goes out? Well, now you're kind of, fix that problem.
They
Amber,
also said if you get some neighbors to go in on this plan with you, they will give a discount for the elevator
yeah.
feature. So make friends with your neighbors and you guys can get a better deal on your services.
So on the third level, this is where you're gonna have the washer and dryer. So I love that because right behind me is a primary bedroom. So it makes the most sense to have it right next to the primary bedroom. The only thing that it's missing, if you guys have been watching our videos, we talk about this all the time, is that is a sink inside the laundry room. Our kids come home from soccer, from lacrosse, got mud on their clothes, and it's so easy to be able to wash that. Now, we're getting
I
into the primary bedroom.
real quick.
Go for it.
I love that the laundry room is also next to the elevator. So then the one who's upstairs who's
Yeah.
lazy, they can just send their dirty clothes through the elevator downstairs to the laundry room.
So Amber, go over there just so they can kind of get an idea of this entire room. Now this is the primary bedroom. Right behind me is the primary bathroom. This is a great size primary bathroom, but in general, you get a good amount of space throughout this 4-story townhome. This is over 3,500 square feet. It's an option to be a 4-bedroom. Right now it's set up as a 3-bedroom. We're going to show you how you can turn it into a 4-bedroom, and you still get a 2-car garage. So you get a lot of great features with this townhome. Now the HOAs, they're going to range in the 300s. You get a community access to the walking trails, to the pond, but maybe you're someone that has a small pet or a dog and you absolutely love your dog more than anything else. There's a pet groomer right across the way. You can be a part of that community, gives you access to the gym and some other things. Relatively inexpensive, $1,200 a year, $100 a month for those HOAs. These are about 300 in this community. Now, we're going into the primary bathroom. I love this primary bathroom. You still have the 10-foot ceilings. You're going to have the 10-foot ceilings in the next level on level 2. But this is the primary bathroom. Still plenty of space. But take a look at the shower. This shower is massive. And we always talk about having multiple shower heads. You have the rain shower up there, and then you also have a shower head here. But I'm loving the colors in here, the contrast with the white, with the black. It's really popping in here. So I'm falling in love with this community. Now, I'm a kind of guy that likes a single family home with some land, maybe a half acre. I was already telling Amber, I can imagine living in this home, right? So we can put the kids upstairs, you can put the kids on this level, you can put the kids on the bottom level. There's endless opportunities in here. So I love that feature. Now, over on this side, this is the walk-in closet for the primary. take a look at that. This walk-in closet's got a good amount of space. It's not oversized by any means. This has all the built-ins. Now, keep in mind that when we're in a model home, a lot of these features are upgraded things. So if you're looking for all these little things, reach out to us because we can kind of tell you about the pricing of each one of these little add-ons. And not everything is really an option too. Some of these things you have to do after closing, so post-closing. Now, Amber, real quick, I know you talked about the colors in here. We talked about the cabinets earlier before we started the video. We love the colors, but take a look at the countertops. Look at the white lines that are running through that. I think that's really pretty. It's really elegant. Goes with the flow of this townhome. And being here in Alpharetta, this is just more of the higher end properties that you're seeing. Some of the homes are ranging from $1, $2+ million. But if you're looking for resale homes, Alpharetta has homes that are in the 600s, in the 500s. In fact, I was showing a client who's relocating from Connecticut some homes here in Alpharetta, and we were looking in the 600s. So if that is more or less a price point you're looking for, reach out to us. We can show you exactly where you can find these little pockets of homes. Now, if you're looking for an easier way, maybe you don't want to reach out and maybe you're thinking about buying in 6 to 12 months, that's okay. Scan our QR code right here. This is going to take you to our website where you're going to have direct access to all the properties for sale in the Atlanta metro area. If you're liking any of these, you want more information, just reach out. It's very simple. But yeah, the primary bedroom, you also have the exposed ceilings. We're seeing this in a lot of the model homes, whether it's Toll Brothers, Pulte, DR Horton, it doesn't matter. They're all doing these exposed beams. It's really bringing a lot of character with the tray ceilings. So we started on the 4th level. That was the first level that we showed. That had its own bedroom, own bathroom, own patio. And then this is the 3rd level that has the bedroom and bathroom down there. And then, of course, the primary bedroom and the laundry room. Now we're going to go down to level number 2. This is where the kitchen is. This is where all the exciting, the family times are. I'm actually going to go and take the elevator. So I will meet you on down there. Hopefully I don't get stuck, but there's a phone in here. So I'll see you there. The elevator works. How cool is that? I would love to have an elevator in my own home. Amber, take a look. Point the camera in there. You'll see that it's not a huge space, but you have all 4 buttons there for each level. Just to keep in mind, we are on level number 2. So you have the massive ceilings. This is where the kitchen is. This is where the family room is. This is where the dining room table is back there. We're going to show you all that. Right back here is going to be the guest bathroom. It's not a full bathroom. Keep in mind, there are no bedrooms on this 2nd level. So it's just a guest bathroom. But this space is perfect. It has the open concept a lot of our clients are looking for. You saw the fireplace. You saw the TV that sits over the fireplace, not too tall. And then you have a massive kitchen. You have the dining room. In fact, we were just at a client's home last Friday. They were one of our YouTube clients that relocated, and we got to check out their son's townhome. And Amber and I fell in love with it because of the open concept. Even this is bigger than some of these single family homes that we're seeing as far as the family room, the kitchen, open up to the dining room. You still have a lot of different cabinet space right back here behind me. You have all the shelves that are exposed. But Amber, what are your thoughts of this living room area?
I was actually really shocked even when we went to our friend's house and coming here. We haven't really been in newer townhomes in a while.
Right.
And everything I remember is very tight and crowded.
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good job. This is 3,500 square feet and 4 levels, but they did a good job, like you said, keeping the ceilings tall, making everything feel open and spacious, and really giving people what they're asking for. Like you said, on this level, your living room, kitchen, dining room, all together. This is an entertaining space. You could definitely
Really is.
host family events here and have more than 3 people over.
So we talk about this quite often, and that's that door-to-door slider that opens all the way up. So if you want to get all that fresh air coming into the living room, or maybe you even have a patio with a barbecue or some people hanging out there, it makes the open concept even bigger, makes the indoor-outdoor area very seamless. So I love the space out here. You still have the recessed lighting. You still have the fans out here. So it's very comfortable. In fact, Amber, let's kind of just pan over here. This is the lake that is right off the community. Now you got all the walking trails. You got some retail area back here, but just really pretty. All the trees back there. Come spring and summertime, actually spring and fall, all the trees and all the flowers. Oh my goodness. I just love Georgia during this time of the year.
Yeah, that walkway right there, Robert, actually connects to the Alpharetta Loop, which It is wide enough to ride bikes, do scooters with your kids, take your kids and your dogs on a walk, and it can connect to the Avalon and to the city center. You're really close to the amphitheater, so you are actually in a really great location here, and you have access. You can just leave your car in the garage here. Maybe you have a golf cart, and you can hit all the fun shopping and events that are going on right here in Alpharetta and be a mile and a half from your home.
We're going to show you when we get down to the first floor, which is the last level, is the main floor. We're going to show you what is local around this community. You guys are going to want to stay tuned to that, because if you're moving to Atlanta, Georgia, maybe you don't know where everything is, this map is going to show you a lot of great things. So stay tuned for that. Now, this kitchen, Amber, it's really just that open concept to the living room. It's also that open concept to the dining room, but plenty of space. You're not lacking any space whatsoever. You have this massive island, a lot of space. Look how wide it is. Look how deep it is. I can just see the kids really just hanging out here. I mean, having the kids come down the elevator from their bedroom, from the playroom upstairs, coming down, having dinner, and then shooting back upstairs, and we don't see them again for the rest of the night. You and I can hang out here, have a glass of wine, enjoy the patio, enjoy the fireplace, all the nice things that this community has to offer and this floor plan has to offer. So yeah, really loving the kitchen. Even the cabinets, these are higher end cabinets that go all the way to the ceilings. We talk about this a lot with the crown molding there at the top. You also have the glass, so if you have any nice china or any nice liquor bottles that you want to display, great place for all that. You have the stainless steel appliances, and you also have the 6-burner stove, the cooktop. I love to cook, so having a 4-burner or 5-burner really just doesn't cut it. So you have that there. And then you also have the double oven. So in a townhome, typically you'll see a 1 oven with a microwave, combination. This one has both of it, because right over here is where you're going to have that microwave. So I like that it's hidden here, easier for the kids to get into. But if you're hosting big Thanksgiving, big family dinners, it's really, really convenient to have a double oven area. Amber, what are your thoughts of the kitchen and the colors?
I was just going to mention the colors. They are great because it goes with the flow of the home. If you remember when we were in that primary bedroom and bathroom, they had these dark countertops and this wood color cabinets and then some light accents like this white backsplash. So I love that they kind of kept the same color coordination throughout the home, and it looks very elegant and nice. And like I said, I am just amazed that we are getting such a big kitchen with an island and not feeling crammed in here.
Yeah, I'm really liking the colors that they did with not only the countertops, but just the cabinets, because it stands out with the stainless steel appliances. But you may not have noticed, but you still have the gold fixtures here. So it stands out there. Now, a lot of people ask about the refrigerator space, and I just find that super strange. I used to work at Sears back in the day, 20 plus years ago. And so I know a thing or two when it comes to refrigerators. This is a counter depth refrigerator. And what I mean by that, Amber, actually, if you come right over here, they can see this, because a typical refrigerator is going to stick out. Those are non-counter depth refrigerators. So this is a little bit smaller inside, but it gives you that flush look all the way across the cabinets. I love that. I can't stand when you go to a new community or a new builder and they don't even have counter depth refrigerators in their model. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. You also have the farm sink. You have the oversized spray, which I like that, because a lot of, dishes that are going to be clean, and it's magnetic. Take a look at that.
Ooh.
Genius. That is genius. Now, real quick, Amber, come over on this side. I want to show you a couple other things. I'm going to pull these chairs out. You can never run out of storage in this home, because you have extra storage right underneath here. So if there's extra things that you need to hide in there, great place, whether it's, board games or, who knows what you're going to hide in there, but a nice little hiding place. And then also for the kitchen, a lot of people are looking for that pantry area. The pantry is right back there. Amber, stick the camera in there. You have a good, I wouldn't say large, but a good sized pantry. You have the 8-foot doors here on the 10-foot ceilings. You have a little area for the coffee bar, the blender, some other things in there. So I like that it's tucked away. And then once again, this is the elevator down to the first floor or up to the 3rd or the 4th floor.
Which is why we said you could put your in-laws on
That's
that
right.
4th floor. You thought we were crazy because they don't want to do stairs, most of them, but they wouldn't have to. You just pop them in that elevator and they have their own living space.
I'm 40 years old. My birthday's February 12th, and I turned 40. And even in my 30s, I didn't want to go up and downstairs. So I can imagine as I get older, this is something I would be looking for that has an elevator. It's not an additional cost. all the models that are the 4-story already come with the elevator. That's not a feature that you need to increase or add that to your plan. It already comes with it. Now, the 3 stories do not come with that, less stairs, but if you're looking for the 4-story model like we're in right now, it comes with the elevator. We're going to talk about the different floor plans, the pricing, all that at the very end. So we got one more level after this one, and then we'll show you all that. The dining room being over the front of the home allows a lot of the natural light with these good sized windows. So you get all the natural light here, but also the natural light that's coming in over the balcony area. We talked about this being the front door, but you get all the lights coming in from these windows over here. So not only the chandelier, but the natural light in all different angles. So I just love how light and bright it is, whether it's the dining room, the living room, the kitchen, lots of natural light running on all 4 levels. Maybe not down on the first level that we're going to go to in just a minute, but we'll show you why that is, because that's more or less your office space. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But yeah, you got 10-foot ceilings, recessed lighting, great space here. Let's go down to level number 1. Welcome to the first floor. This is, I guess, the main floor, if you want to call it, because this is going to be your front door area. This is where all the guests could be coming. But if you're looking where you're going to be walking into on your home, if you're looking to buy a townhome, that's going to be your 2-car garage. So not all townhomes have garages. This one has a 2-car garage here. You come right in. This is the elevator. So if you want to go straight from the garage to the 3rd floor because it's a late night, makes it super easy and convenient to do so. You also have the drop zone, so the kids' backpacks, the coats, the hats, the scarves, all the stuff. And it makes it really nice because a lot of the single family homes, a lot of people just walk into the garage and throw it on the kitchen island or the kitchen dining room. You're not going to have to worry about that mess because the drop zone is right here, right when you walk in the garage. You also have the coat closet, a good sized coat closet in there. So to be able to hang the coats that you're not using all the time. But when it rains here in Georgia, you got to have the umbrellas and all the good stuff. Now, what we're going to show you here on the first floor is the office space. This is set up as an office right now, but you can also make this a bedroom. And the reason for that is there is a 3/4 bathroom. Amber, if you want to show them that's a 3/4 bathroom right in there. It has all the same cabinet colors as you saw on the 3rd and the 4th floor, including the kitchen. So it's nice because you can make this into a bedroom. Right now, this is set up as a 3-bedroom townhome. This would be an office, or you can make it a 4-bedroom if you want. Now, earlier we talked about pricing. What do you get here in Alpharetta, Georgia? A lot of people who are relocating, not only within Georgia, not only within out of the state, but out of the country. I have a couple clients that came in from other parts of the country in the US and outside of the country, and they just don't know much about Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm telling you, people from all over the world are moving to Alpharetta, Georgia. Take a look at a couple of things here. I want to start with the convenient location here. We're going to have a map that pulls up. We're going to show you exactly where we are in reference to Atlanta. So here's Atlanta right in the middle. You have the inner loop and the outer loop, which is going all the way around. This is going to be South Atlanta down here. This is where the airport's going to be. We're actually in Alpharetta. So this is the area that we're at right up here. So you'll see Alpharetta. And then just north of Alpharetta, you're going to have Cumming, Georgia. You're going to have Lake Lanier, Johns Creek. Some of the best places to live, not only in Georgia, but in the entire country. So great area, great schools. We're in Fulton County right now on the border of Forsyth County. So a lot of great things going on here. Now, as far as the location, of course, you're going to have a Starbucks. Can't go anywhere in the world without a Starbucks. You have the Village Tavern. You have North Point Mall. This is my favorite, is Fetch Park Alpharetta. Love that. And then if you don't know about Dave & Buster's, a great place to go with the family and hang out there. So a lot of cool things going on in this location. This is just kind of all you can hit entertainment. See the entertainment. You have the Avalon that's right down the street. You have the amphitheater. You have Topgolf. So if you're someone that needs entertainment for maybe yourself or for the family, Alpharetta is where it's at. Oh, one other place, Main Event Alpharetta. We love Main Event. We had that in Austin, Texas when we lived out there. So I like that area as well. You have the health and fitness. You have so many things, but let's get into what you guys are looking for. And that is the home designs. Now, there are a couple different floor plans in here. They start as low as $820,000, but really that's just the beginner teaser price. By the time you start doing the upgrades, picking the lot, all the good things, you're probably going to be closer to 950, maybe $1 million, a little bit over that. This floor plan is decked out. So if you're looking for something like this, it's going to cost you, but it's well worth it in the end. The floor plan that we're in right now is this decorated model, the Chastain. Now the Chastain is labeled as a 3 or 4 bedroom. The one we're in right now is a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3553 square feet. 4-story that comes with the elevator. So keep that in mind. This is going to come with the elevator. And then also the HOA is going to be in around the 350 price point back. We got Jillian right here, right next to me. I know you can't get on camera and say too much. How much are the HOAs in the neighborhood?
$395 a month.
$395. You guys didn't pick it up on the microphone. So $395, and then you also have the amenities right across the way for $1,200 a year. You get the gym, you get a couple other things, including that pet salon that we talked about earlier. Now, the home sites, this isn't a huge community. Jillian said she's going to send me some more videos, some more stuff for this community. We'll throw it up if we have it, kind of show you what this is going to look like. But a phenomenal area, super close to 400. So if you're somebody that needs to commute in and out of Atlanta for work, fantastic location. So we're going to walk outside, kind of get an idea of what this looks like. Go ahead, Amber. We'll see you later. So this is the front area. You're going to have some retail shopping. That is the lake. You can see that there's a lot of trees still around the area. And then the 4-story going all the way up. You have beautiful curb appeal, lots of great things. And these are selling extremely quick. If you guys want any more information, reach out to Amber and I. Our phone number is on the screen below. Our email is on the screen below. Feel free to fill out this questionnaire. This will get directly to us if you don't want to call and text. Until the next video, you guys take care.